Hey everybody, this is video number 2, day 2. Well, still technically day 1 since we recorded that one at like midnight last night or whatever. It is May 24th, and we're sitting out back of my Boom Boom's house, chilling, hanging out with me. We're gonna go see a movie tonight, taking my little brother, David. He wants to go see Thor, so that's what's up. Today was supposed to be a good day. Kind of started out pretty stressful, pretty fucking just insane, and of course it was my fault. You know, that's what being sober and quitting every single vice you have does to you under stressful times. So yeah, that's what that's all about. But we're here trying to make it a good day. Um, except for this one over here.
I'm not the one making it a bad day.
She's a little upset right now, and I understand why. And I hope that everything can be fixed. I hope it gets better. I don't like my Boomy when she's all upset. It makes me upset. So, I think today's topic should be people who take things out of context. Have you ever had that time where you're sitting there and you say something and you say it as blunt as possible, plain fucking English, you know, and what do? They go and they twist your words to something that's not what you said, or twist it to suit them. No, when I say something, that is how I said it. That is word for word how I meant it, and that's how it needs to be taken. If I meant you weren't good enough, I'd tell you, hey, look, bitch, you're just not good enough. But that's not how it is, okay? Or like having conversations with friends, and then they go around and they twist your words to other people. Don't do that. Like, seriously, if I'm going to tell you something and you have to go and tell the rest of the world, then, like, can't you say exactly what I said instead of, like, twisting it because it suits how you feel? It's just bullshit. Like,
Or if you don't get it, don't say it at
yeah,
all.
or if you don't get it or you don't understand, ask for, like, clarification, or just don't say anything at all, especially if it's not your words. Because that's
Or
all.
if you weren't completely listening, you only pick out keywords.
Yeah, like, that really irritates me. That is, like, a big, huge thing. That is why I think that, you know, the telephone game is stupid. And we're all adults and everything, and if you don't understand something or you're not sure of something, ask somebody. You know, there's no harm in asking a question. Nobody's going to look down on you. Nobody's going to think you're stupid because you have to ask a question, you know. But seriously, the drama of people older than the age of 20, even 20, okay? Over the age of 20, with the he said, she said shit, and then you have to go and twist their words, or you have to go and, like, use words they didn't even say, or whatever, leave bits and pieces out, then don't say anything at all. If you can't say it word for word like the other person, then don't say anything at all. And you shouldn't be saying anything anyways, because, I mean, like, come on, seriously, why does anybody feel the need to go and play the he said, she said, or she said, or he said game? I mean, it's just ridiculous. If somebody tells you something, that's, like, between you and them. Why do you have to go and repeat it? It's ridiculous, and it's everywhere, and it's no matter where you
Especially
go,
when
it's no
like
matter where
stupid shit that has nothing to do with anything. You make out like a mountain out of a molehill.
Or what if it's, like, something that's, like, a good thing, and you're totally sitting there
and you take it as a bad thing.
Yeah, and you're totally sitting there twisting it into something that's not even how it is. So, like, what? Why do you have to go and, like, start drama like that? Like, why do you have to go and do stuff like that? You know? If you don't understand the English language, every bookstore, every Walmart, or even, like, Walgreens, for crying out loud, dollar store, has Bibles for sale, you know, so you can learn how to treat others with respect. And they all have dictionaries, so you know how to, you know, look up words that you may not understand.
For those of you who aren't religious.
Yeah. If you don't understand the words no, Webster has a whole fucking list of ways for you to understand it. Look at a thesaurus. It will give you another word from the meaning of the word no. Okay? It's just like, come on. People, I don't understand. It's like high school all over again.
High school never ends. That's the thing.
And that's the bad. It's
college
it
only gets worse because now you can drink.
Yeah, I mean, but like. We're
all
out of high school and we're all like adults. I don't understand why people have to keep
because high school is like prison, and like prison, what is the number one thing that either soldiers or prisoners have problems with? They have problems with what? Going back into the real world after they've been either in the service or been in jail because that's all they know, and they're institutionalized. And I swear to God, high school institutionalizes you to think and act a certain way because that is your main part of your life where you grow and become who you are, and those are the years that you end up finding out what you are and who you are and what you want to do and all that. That's like your major, most important years of your entire life is high school. And they institutionalize you into this bullshit fucking mind of thinking, and so you keep that bullshit mind of thinking the rest of your life, and that's why we have 30-year-olds fucking causing problems like they're fucking 15. That's why. It'll never go away. That's the explanation. It's never going to go away. We all got institutionalized to be these fucking
true.
absorbed
No, I
freaks.
totally see where you're coming from, and dude, I actually, I get where you're coming from, and I agree with you. So why is it that there are those of us out there that can actually outgrow that and understand that we're not in high school anymore? It's our own lives. Nobody needs to know what you're doing in your life.
Because in high school, some of us did act this way. Yeah. Not everyone in high school was like
I acted like this way in high school, but I grew out of it because I'm not in high school anymore. I'm an adult, which means it's time to act like one. Which is why it's your life. If you tell me something,
the way I acted in high school is how I act right now.
But see, it's like this, okay? You tell me something, that is like, I should take that as a privilege because you didn't have to tell me anything about anything. You didn't have to tell me what color socks you wore. You didn't have to tell me what color hair you used, hair dye you used. You didn't have to tell me who you're dating. You didn't have to tell me, what's going on in your life. For anything from the trivial to the personal, you don't have to tell me anything. So, I mean, it is a privilege for somebody to open up to you and tell you. So why do people not outgrow that I'm going to go say what, Raven just said to me? Why can't people keep it between themselves? Why do you have to go and, say anything? Like, if I go
there's websites like YouTube.
I know, but I come and tell you something, you don't run all over and tell people, oh, this is what she said. So why do people have to continue to do that? Granted, when I was in high school, I was the drama queen. I had a big mouth, and I knew everything about everybody, even up until, I was 18, because I graduated early. I knew what was going on in all my friends' lives. I knew who was doing who, what was going on, what was being said. I knew everything, okay? And I still outgrew that because, you know what, it's not my place to go tell somebody else's business. I don't understand why people can't outgrow that and understand that because they turn around and get mad at you for being in their business. But it's okay for them to tell everybody else your business. It's a double standard, and it's two-faced, and it's just ridiculous, why people have to be like that. If somebody tells you something, you should take it as a privilege of the fact that, hey, they didn't have to tell me shit, and they did, and they were open, and they were honest, and they came to me and was like, hey, I want to tell you something. I need somebody to open up to, and you're the one I want to open up to. So why can't they take that as, an honor? You're not being a friend if you go around and repeat that, and you're not being true to the person you're with. That's why I hate that nobody's business is private anymore. The way I grew up, what happens in my household stays in my household. What happens in my relationships stays in my relationships. The only time anybody else needs to know is if it directly is going to involve them or if it affects them, or if you need somebody to vent to. But even then, I grew up with the fact that you are a friend. If somebody tells you something, it is in confidence, and you don't need to go around telling everybody else because it's not your place. So, I mean, it's small, basic moral principles that have been like that for years, and I don't understand why people can't be like that anymore. Have we really come to that point in society where we have to know everything about everybody?
Yeah, that's why you have check-ins and Foursquare and Android phones and Facebook and YouTube.
I mean, it's even like celebrities. We have to know where they take their kids to the park.
Why what they look like on the beach.
Yeah, why do we need to know where their kids go to school? Why do we need to know where their kids go to the park? I mean,
or why do we need to know what the hell Angelina Jolie's tattoo means? Like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, so why does anybody have to go say anything about anybody's business? It's their business. Leave it fucking be, you know? And the world has just gotten to that point that it's just, we all have to know everything about everybody. But the thing is,
you don't want anybody to know anything about you. Yeah. But you want to know everything about everybody else.
Or you get mad when people get in your business, but you go and tell everybody else's business.
Or what's even better is you don't want anybody to know about your business, but you tell everyone your business, and then you get mad when they talk about your business to each other, even though you went and told both of them already.
You know, and it's just that, it's also that thing that, when did we become such a society that we could not listen to people, actually listen? Like, there's a difference between hearing somebody and listening to somebody. Half the time when, like, somebody goes, well, like, no, like, half the time when you tell somebody something and they go and repeat it, they're not even really repeating what you said. They may repeat bits and pieces, or they take it and twist your words to suit them, or they only heard.
Would have said it.
Yeah, or like they heard only bits and pieces.
That's why when I say to you, I'm saying I won't quote this exactly because it was supposedly from you, like how I said, or be like, I don't remember exactly, but it was along the lines of, I don't ever say it. They said this. Unless I say it was said word for word. And other than that, I specifically say it was along the lines of so and so and so.
Yeah,
because I don't remember. Like, I was listening, but I'm not going to quote someone if I can't word for word repeat them, because then technically that isn't what they said. It's stupid as missing a word as duh.
And that's the stuff that causes drama, and people that don't understand. They're like, I don't understand why I have so much drama. I don't understand why I have this drama. I don't understand why there's drama. Because if you're going to go and tell somebody's story or what they said, you should at least be able to repeat it word for word.
Just like,
and
for example,
listen.
Just for, like, example, yesterday, I thought it was, like, an alright day or whatever, and me and Kelly were getting along. We weren't fighting. We had no problem. We were civil to each other. She called me boo. You said she was hanging out, like, being nice to me, whatever, and sweet. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, by the end of the night, apparently Crystal said something, and this made her go fucking crazy, and now she doesn't want anything to do with me ever. But even after it was even explained, she still just doesn't get it.
Yeah, like, even after her going and saying, no, this is what she really said, and you misinterpreted
or this is what it meant,
or this is what it meant, she still freaks out. Like, if you're gonna freak out because of something I said, at least make sure that you're freaking out over the right things, or if you're gonna repeat something, okay? If you don't understand what I'm
who
saying,
it's about.
Yeah, and don't assume with me, because you know what? That's just bullshit. You know what? Don't freak out. Like, if you're going to get mad at something I said, then fucking come to me. You don't need to go run into her or to whoever else may be involved and yelling at them over something I said. If you don't like something I said,
or the best thing is when they say,
to me. I was right there. Like,
or when they
say
you said something and then you actually really never said anything at all. It's like, oh, well, she said this and that and that. She said that, you guys fucked in this or whatever. But it's like, nobody said anything about anything.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't even, didn't even have a conversation even remotely near that subject, but for some reason, I will say something that apparently I've never said. And I love how I'm always the last to find out what I say.
That happens too. Like, apparently,
everybody will know what I'm talking about before I even open my mouth.
Yeah, well, that's like the Jenna thing. Like, what was it? 2 weeks ago, I had like 10 different girlfriends. I was sleeping with 5 different people. Apparently, for the past 3 years, I've been sleeping with a dude, and there's videos out there of me sleeping with this one dude for like the past 3 years. But I can tell you right now, there's been no dudes, and I would love to see this video, because that is a fucking no-no, and that is fucking dirty to sleep with a dude. Sorry to all you heterosexuals. Do whatever you want. You bisexuals, feel free. But to me, it's dirty. Don't want to sleep with a dude. So why people feel the need to do this shit is just, like, fucking beyond me. And that's our tangent for the day. But we're about ready to go take my brother to,
I'm finished with cigarette. You got a little less than a minute.
Alright, well, that's like our tangent, and it's just, the moral of the story is, don't sit there and, like...
I get another tangent you can do shortly. Like, for example, when you ask somebody a question, why they're doing something, or why, like, for example, someone breaks up with you, you want to know why, or they don't want to be friends with you, and you want to know why, or they're mad and you want to know why they're mad at you, but then they say they're not talking about it, or they won't tell you, or you should already know, or you weren't listening, or you just don't get it. Obviously, because I just asked you like 10 times, and I don't want to talk about it. I don't know this and
All
that.
right. Well, we're gonna sign off. Go take my brother to a
Yeah.
movie, and we'll talk to you guys later. Hope you all learned
We'll
a
tell
lesson
you all
from
about
this,
everything.
and have a good night.